Friends, let us discuss optical purity. A chemical reaction is there. In that chemical reaction, as a result of reaction, reactant is converted to asymmetric reagent is that is symmetrical reactant is converted to single chiral carbon product, whereas that single chiral carbon is having two varieties of configuration. One is of R configuration with a specific rotation of 150 degrees. Another is having specific rotation of the compound with the S configuration is that is enantiomer, which is its same magnitude with the opposite sign, that is minus 150 degrees and minus 150 degrees. Now these particular compound, if one is produced ultimately, suppose if it is R configuration, then the specific rotation of compound is plus 150, whereas if it is just the SN configuration, then its specific rotation is minus 150 degrees. But whereas a various combination of mixtures can be produced, suppose let us consider 100% of R, 0% of S, 90% of R, 10% of S, like this various permutations, various combinations are present. Then under that combinations, what will be its specific rotation? That is known as its optical purity. Yes, as far this question is concerned, the single chiral centered compound, those are enantiomers to one another. R is one configuration, to the R, S is opposite configuration, non-superimposable mirror images. Hence, these are known as enantiomers to one another. And the first enantiomer is having its specific rotation as plus 150 degrees, and the next one is as being its enantiomer, it is having the same quantity with the opposite sign convention, that is minus 150 degrees as its specific rotation. Now suppose if various combinations are produced, like here 100% of R, then 0% of S, then we know purity, here 100% purity, that is optical purity, we can say that purity is the whatever is 100%, that is said to be pure compound, hence this purity is 100% in the first case. Whereas in the second case, major percentage minus minor percentage is known as the purity. See here, major is 90% and its enantiomer is 10%, and purity can be given by 90 minus 10. This is optical purity is given by 80%. And in the third case, major is 80 and this is 20. So therefore 80 minus 20 is 60%, 70 minus 30 is 40%. And here 60 minus 20, 60 minus 40, 20%, 90 minus 10, 80%, and it is 100% pure. Like this, optical purity can be calculated. Optical purity can be given by percentage of major component present in the racemic mixture minus percentage of minor component will gives the optical purity. Hence, optical purity can be given by OP. Optical purity can be given by percentage of major enantiomer in the mixture minus percentage of minor enantiomer. This is known as its optical purity. Hence, optical purity of the first case 100%, and this case 60% is major, 40% is minor. So 60 minus 40 will becomes equal to what? 20% it is optical pure. And this is also known as enantiomeric excess. Yes. Here in the second case, let us go for the case number second. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, and this is 7. Case number 2, let us go. Yes, one enantiomer is 90% and its opposite enantiomer is 10%. So this 10% of enantiomer is impure. This 10% cancels the 10% of the present 90% of major component. So therefore 90 minus 10 will becomes equal to 80. This 80, which is known as optical purity, it is also known as what? Enantiomeric excessness. Optical purity is also known as what? Enantiomeric excess. E, we can say, that is E stands for enantiomeric excess. Enantiomeric excess can be given by percentage of major component minus percentage of minor component. And this enantiomeric excess or the optical purity is also calculated with the resultant rotation, resultant specific rotation of the mixture. Then how they are related, let us have a discussion. Thus, optical purity can be given by optical purity, which is also known as enantiomeric excessness, that can becomes equal to percentage of major enantiomer in the mixture minus percentage of minor enantiomer present in the mixture, which is known as OP, optical purity, which also becomes equal to EE, which is known as enantiomeric excess. Yes, percentage of racemic mixture present in the chemical combination of the resultant reactions product can be given by 2 times of percentage of minor component present in the mixture, because whatever the minor component is there, this minor component cancels the same percentage of purity of the opposite enantiomer, that is major enantiomer. So therefore twice of percentage of minor enantiomer will becomes equal to percentage of racemic mixture in that given solution, whereas the percentage of major component will becomes equal to enantiomeric excess plus percentage of minor component, which also becomes equal to half of racemic mixture. Thus percentage of major component will becomes equal to enantiomeric excess plus half of racemic mixture, which also becomes equal to enantiomeric excess plus percentage of minor enantiomer present in the mixture. Yes, the corresponding percentages of a reaction related components and their corresponding original specific rotations and the specific rotations of the mixture. Let us have a discussion. If it is R and S combinations with these percentages, if R is 100%, then it is having its corresponding specific rotation positive, whereas major is R here, so therefore positive, and here it is 0, whereas here major is S. The S related specific rotation is negative, the resultant mixture is also having negative rotations and positive rotations, etc. This is specific rotation of mixture, specific rotation of mixture. Whereas the specific rotation of mixture value can be given by percentage of major minus percentage of minor divided by, this is 1 into the major enantiomer's specific rotation of major isomer. With this formula we can calculate. If I go for this one, first case, here it is plus 150 degrees, whereas here 90% minus 10%, that is 80%. 80% implies 0.8. 0.8 into major is what? 90%. Whereas that is 150, that is 8 into 15, that is 120 degrees. Whereas in the next case, 60%, 40%, 60 minus 40, 20%. 20% stands for 20 by 100, 0.2 into 150, that is 30 degrees is the specific rotation of the mixture. Similarly here one will cancels the other, hence it is 0 degrees, whereas 80 minus 20, 60 implies minus 90 degrees, whereas here 90 minus 10, 80 implies minus 120 degrees. In this way specific rotation of mixture can be calculated. Specific rotation of mixture will becomes equal to what? Percentage of major component, major enantiomer, minus percentage of minor enantiomer divided by major plus minor, that is 100 into the specific rotation of the major component will results the corresponding specific rotation of the mixture. Yes, let us go for a question related to the finding of optical purity and finding of isomers percentage, that is enantiomers percentage. The optical rotation of a resultant reaction related product of 2-butanol, which is optically active, a mixture was produced, is having a value of 18 degrees, whereas optical rotation of one of its pure isomer is found to be what? Plus 24 degrees. Then you are asked to find out the optical purity and the percentage of isomers, that is R isomer, one of the enantiomer, what is its optical rotation value and what is its percentage, and what is the percentage of the other optical isomer produced as a product of this reaction. See here the resultant, that is mixture related percentage is found to be 18%, whereas the pure compound related percentage is said to be how much here? 24. So therefore this is enantiomeric excess, which is nothing but what? Optical purity. OP will becomes equal to the mixture's optical rotation value divided by original compound's rotational value into 100. Its percentage can be given by enantiomeric excess percentage, otherwise optical purity percentage can be given by that is 3 by 4 into 100, which will becomes equal to what? 75. That is 75 percentage is the enantiomeric excess. So therefore one enantiomer is present with the 75% excess. So therefore whatever the excess I am considering it as E1 and E2. So therefore this I am feeling it as excess. How much it is excess? 75% it is excess. Remaining is how much? 25. Within that 25 is the mixture. In that 25, E2 is half of 25. Excess implies what? Half, remaining half will becomes this one. So therefore, excess enantiomer related composition can be given by 75 plus 12.5. This is 87.5. Whereas this one will becomes equal to what? 12.5 percentage. And this one is 87.5 percentage. Thus, here the enantiomeric excess, otherwise the optical purity, are the percentage of major component and percentage of minor components present in the reaction mixture, that will becomes equal to enantiomeric excess is equal to optical purity, which will becomes equal to percentage of the optical rotation of mixture by optical rotation of pure compound into 100, and corresponding percentage is the enantiomeric excess percentage. Whereas the major component is enantiomeric excess. This enantiomer is excess. Excess followed by original. Original is half of racemic mixture. Minor is also half of racemic mixture. Thus the major component is 87.5 percentage and minor component is 12.5 percentage. Tartaric acid has a specific rotation of plus 12 degrees. Whereas calculate the specific rotation of a mixture of 20% of plus component as well as the 80% of minus component is present. So therefore here the specific rotation of mixture can be given by percentage of major minus percentage of minor divided by percentage of major plus minor into the major component specific rotation. That can be given by major percentage is 80, minor percentage is 20, major plus minor is 100 into major component percentage is, here major is minus implies that is minus 12 degrees. This will becomes equal to 0.6 into minus 12, that is minus 7.2 degrees. This is the specific rotation of the composition of the mixture, that is specific rotation of the single component, specific rotation of the mixture, and the percentage of major component, percentage of minor component. Similarly, enantiomeric excess and the optical purity all are interrelated with the one another. Yes, some technical terms in the synthesis. A special word always we often come across in case of synthesis is asymmetric synthesis. What is meant by asymmetric synthesis? Yes, synthesis is making of the molecule, making of molecules, otherwise making of the new components, new compounds is possible with the chemical transformation. Thus we are keeping some chemical reactions, and some of the chemical reactions are said to be asymmetric reactions, asymmetric synthetic reactions, and that synthesis in which asymmetry is present are said to be asymmetric synthesis. Then what is meant by asymmetric synthesis? That is, asymmetric synthesis stands for, suppose here I am keeping a reaction, that is reactant is converted to product, and this particular reaction may have two cases. Case number 1, molecule is symmetric, symmetric is converted to unsymmetrical. Yes, reactant molecule is symmetrical molecule, whereas product molecule is converted as unsymmetrical molecule. That is synthesis in which symmetrical molecule is converted to unsymmetrical molecule is said to be asymmetric synthesis. Else, case number 2, molecule is unsymmetrical, whereas that unsymmetrical molecule is converted to more unsymmetrical, that is complicated unsymmetrical, with another chiral centers it has associated. Such kind of synthesis in which symmetrical molecule may converted to unsymmetrical molecule, otherwise unsymmetrical molecule is converted to more complicated unsymmetrical molecule. Such kind of all syntheses are said to be the asymmetric synthesis. It doesn't have any chiral center. May it is having one chiral center. It is having one chiral center in the beginning. Now it is having more than one chiral centers. Such kind of syntheses are said to be the asymmetric synthesis. Asymmetric synthesis is a generalized word whereas symmetry of the molecule is converted to unsymmetry or the dissymmetry, or dissymmetry of the molecule is converted to more complicated dissymmetry. Such kind of syntheses are said to be what? Asymmetric synthesis. And these asymmetric syntheses are divided into two categories on behalf of number of products obtained in the reaction. Suppose if it is giving only one compound, then those of all are said to be specific reactions, asymmetric specific reactions. Whereas if it is giving more than one compounds in which one of them is major and other is minor, then selectivity is present, hence that is said to be what? Asymmetric synthesis of selective asymmetric synthesis. This is said to be what? Specific asymmetric synthesis. And moreover, those products can be either enantiomers or the diastereomers. If it is enantiomer, then it is said to be enantiospecific reaction. Whereas if those two are diastereomers to one another, then that is said to be what? Diastereospecific. Specific stands for what? One is 100%, whereas other is 0%. Specific. Here I will write specific here. Enantiomer, one is 100%, other is 0, then that is said to be specific. One is some X percentage, other is with Y percentage, that is said to be enantioselective. Similarly, diastereomer, one of them is 100%, other is 0, whereas enantiomer 1, enantiomer 2, here I am taking, whereas this is 1 as well as 2 I am expecting, this is 1 as well as 2. Whereas in selective, what happens is 1 will be present with the 100% exclusiveness, that is said to be specific, that is enantiospecific reaction. Similarly, if these two are the diastereomers, one of the diastereomer is 100%, other is 0, then that is also said to be what? Diastereospecific reaction. Else, if it is having a combination of certain valued percentage of one with respect to the other, one is major, other is minor, then that is said to be what? Enantioselective reaction. If these two are diastereomers, then that is said to be what? Diastereoselective reaction. If both are 50-50%, then that is generally not known as asymmetric reaction. Though if you feel it as asymmetric reaction, that mixture is said to be what? Racemic mixture. If enantiomers are there, that is said to be what? Racemic mixture. Generally it is said to be simple asymmetric reaction, and it is non-selective asymmetric reaction is nothing but what? 50% of the expected all components are present, then it is said to be what? Selective, non-selective asymmetric reaction. Yes, there is a reaction, buto-2-1 is there. By using some reagent, it is converted as some, that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 present in clockwise direction, that is R configuration, R 2-hydroxy butanol is obtained, only R is obtained 100%, there is no S. Such kind of reaction is asymmetric reaction. Symmetrical molecule is converted to asymmetric molecule. Suppose if other thing is to be happened, then OH can be present on the dotted portion of the carbon. These two are enantiomers to one another, but one is present with the 100%. Symmetrical is converted to unsymmetrical, and it is asymmetric synthesis. In this asymmetric synthesis, only one compound is obtained, and other, if suppose that is obtained, these two are enantiomers to one another, that is enantiomer, and that enantiomer is 100% implies what? That is specific. Hence this reaction is said to be enantiospecific reaction. Suppose on this, if I conduct the reaction with some other reagent, some reagent number 2, then here instead of just only the R configuration, this is suppose some 90%, whereas the other configuration, S configuration, is obtained some 10%. Here selectivity is happened, one is major, one is minor. Such kind of selectivity is present. Out of these, this is selected as major. Hence these two are enantiomers. This is asymmetric reaction. These two are enantiomers. In this, selectivity has been came. Hence this is said to be enantioselective reaction. This is known as enantioselective reaction. Thus, a symmetrical system is converted to unsymmetrical system. That is, achiral centers are converted to chiral centers. Whereas only one compound, specific, enantiospecific, more than one in which one is major, that is said to be what? Selective, that is enantioselective reaction. Similarly, we can go for the other things, that is diastereoselective followed by diastereospecific also. Let us go for the example. Suppose I am having this compound from the beginning, whereas here I am having some carbonyl functional group. This, by using one of the reagent, here I am getting a stereochemistry like this. Only this is obtained. So this is already one center. The next center is obtained. Suppose if this is not, this is the newly generated center, it is having OH on the dark face, that is towards us. It can be dotted also, another possibility. So therefore, the relation between expected components are diastereomers. Here this diastereomer is 100%. So therefore, this is said to be what? Diastereospecific. Diastereospecific. Whereas if it is 100%, if it is not 100%, suppose whatever the expected is, this is 90%, whereas some other component is with some other percentage, dotted followed by dark, this is some 10%. This is said to be diastereoselective. Thus, asymmetric reactions in which symmetrical carbons are converted to asymmetric carbon, or asymmetric carbons containing systems are converted to more complicated asymmetric carbons containing systems. Thus, only one is obtained, and those two expected are enantiomers, enantiospecific, or whatever the expected are there, those two are comes, and those two are having enantiomeric relations are said to be enantiomeric selective or enantioselective. Similarly, the complicated system is obtained from the less complicated system to more complicated system is obtained. It is having from the beginning asymmetry, more asymmetric nature is obtained. So therefore here we are getting one isomer as 100%. Theoretically we can expect at this position another isomer. These two are having diastereomeric relation. One is specific, hence it is diastereospecific. Suppose if major and minor composition of two components are obtained, that is selective, those are diastereomers, hence it is known as diastereoselective reaction. If both are obtained, both are of 50-50%, hence there is no selectivity, but this is an asymmetric synthesis, but it is not having any kind of specificity, it is not having any kind of selectivity, then it is said to be what? Simply asymmetric reaction. Simple asymmetric reaction, not having any kind of selectivity. One variety of selectivity is said to be what? Specificity. Major and minor is there, then it is known as specific. Whereas minor is 0, suppose this is X%, this is Y%. If this is 0 and this is 100%, this is known as specific. One variety of selectivity is said to be what? Specificity. Simple asymmetric reaction, 50-50%. Both are equal to one is major and one is minor, that is said to be selectivity. And one variety of selectivity where minor becomes 0, only major is present as 100% is said to be what? Specificity. As being components are enantiomers, enantiospecific, enantioselective or simple asymmetric reaction. As being components are diastereomers, diastereospecific, diastereoselective, otherwise simple asymmetric diastereo reactions, diastereomeric synthesis. Yes, often we will come across the words like inversion in configuration, retention in configuration, as well as racemization. Here what is the meaning of inversion is, in certain cases of substitution reactions by nucleophiles, one group is replaced by the other groups, those of all are said to be the substitution reactions. Let us see, this is the carbon connected with 4 valencies in such a way, R is a group, R dash is a group, and it is connected with one group at the top projecting towards us, and another group is away from us, which is a leaving group. And here leaving group when leaves the system with the electron density, nucleophile enters the system from its backside. So therefore the resultant stereochemistry appears like this, R and R dash remains as it is, whereas leaving group is leaving from the behind, whereas nucleophile enters from the front side. So therefore the fate of nucleophile is like this, whereas the remaining group which is present as a G is present in the inversion manner. Such kind of configuration, irrespective of such kind of systems, irrespective of configurations, are said to be the inversion of the systems. Suppose in this case chlorine is leaving group, whereas OH minus is entering group. This is methyl group as well as the ethyl group. If chlorine leaves the system in the form of Cl minus, whereas OH minus enters the system in the form of OH minus. Thus, it enters backside of this one. This is present backside. It enters from the opposite side, that is front side. It occupies and takes the position like this. Then, as a result, whichever group is present towards us still in the reactant, that comes at the backside. So, therefore, methyl and ethyl remains as it is. Whereas here, this particular position, dotted position is taken by the hydrogen, dark position comes for the OH. Thus, by opposite face it enters. Yes, that is leaving from the back side of the board, entering of the groups takes place from the front side. Thus, it takes the same position, and this particular valency which is present over here will takes the leaving group's position. Thus, oppositeness is occurring. Irrespective of its configuration, this type of reactions are said to be inversion of configuration. Inversion does not mean R is converted as S or S is converted as R. R can be either R or S, that depends on the priorities given, but here our interest is the groups leaving and the groups entering, how they are managed while the mechanism is given for the reactants and the products. Thus, the mechanism gives a complete, clear, ideal information in such a way that leaving group position is not going to be exactly occupied by the entering group, that is nucleophile. Entering group and leaving group are maintaining 180 degrees, that is maximum distance of separation. Thus, in one direction if it is going to be leaving, in opposite direction it is going to be entering, just like in opposite direction, reverse direction, or by not facing exactly from the front side it is facing from the back side. Such kind of things are said to be inverse. Hence, such kind of reactions based configurations are said to be inversion of configuration. Inversion doesn't mean the R is converted to S. Inversion may be R to R or R to S. No way it is a compulsory mandatory rule. But thing is, the groups which are coming and which are leaving are maintaining maximum distance of separation. Thus, one is present on the plane like this, and other is present in the plane with the maximum distance. One is present towards us like this. The entry group is present backside of us like this. Like this relation, if they are maintaining, such a reactions are said to be inversion reactions, and we generally say it as configuration is inverted. Thus, to understand the inversion, what we have to feel is leaving as well as the entering group should maintain maximum distance of separation. If I represent a chiral carbon like this, suppose if this is the leaving group, then entering group should be here. Suppose if this is the leaving group, then entering group should be here. Then only the mechanism and the writing groups things will becomes very easy. If this is the leaving group and this is the entering group. Else, if this is the leaving group, this will be the entering group. Like this, situations are interchanged for one another. Thus, if these two are acting as leaving and entering groups, leaving group is from this direction and this particular valency will goes here, entering group will connect over here. Suppose this is the leaving group, then this group will goes over here, entering group once again takes up the position like this. Thus, one odd exchange will occur. What occurs over here? Odd exchange will occur. Thus, here inversion, reverse is happening, hence it is said to be what? Inversion of configuration. Yes, sometimes we use the word that is retention. Retention is opposite to that of inversion. Here no inversion occurs. Wherever the leaving group is there, that particular exact position is taken by the entering group. Such kind of things are said to be retentions. Retention stands for maybe R may remains as R or R may be changed to S, that is not issue. Leaving group position is exactly taken by the entering group without any exchanges. Such kind of mechanism, if it is associated in substitution reactions, then that is said to be what? The retention. Suppose let us see here, these are the groups and this is another group and this is acting as leaving group. This position is replaced by one entering group like this. There is no change. R is present as it is, R dash is present as it is, group is present as it is, leaving group position is taken by entering group. Such of all things are said to be what? Retentions. Yes, we have a specific example. Suppose alcohols and reaction with the thionyl chloride. This is a chiral center here. This OH and the thionyl chloride combines and that leads to the formation of elimination of HCl followed by SOCl is connected with the oxygen without any change in stereochemistry and connectivities, breaking and making of the bonds. Thus, once again it undergoes rearrangement in such a way that sulfur dioxide is eliminated from this system. From the same side, chlorine is connected to this. So this is the leaving group officially, and this group is connected by the entering group Cl minus at the same position. So therefore such kind of replacements or displacement reactions or transformation reactions are said to be retention configuration containing mechanisms. Retention stands for what? The position is exactly taken by the entering group. Whatever the leaving group position is there exactly as it is at the same place. If the nucleophile, that is entering group, is present, if this is leaving at this place, if this is leaving at this place, if this is leaving at this place, if this is leaving at that place only, entering group, if it is present, then that is said to be what? Retention in configuration. And another one term oftenly that we will use in case of organic reactions is racemization. In case of racemizations, what happens is a stable carbocation formation takes place. Carbocation is a planar part. All these things are present on the board just like this. And here it can be attacked from the top side of the board and at the same time back side of the board. That is, from the front and back sides, nucleophile is having ability to attack the system. Suppose if I feel these are on the plane system. So if it is attacking from this direction, this will goes front side nucleophile will come. Front side nucleophile will come, not like this. This is R star and this is nucleophile. Front side nucleophile will come followed by back side R dash will go. Whereas if nucleophile attacks from the back side, it takes the position of back side and front side R dash will come. Thus, the possible situation is present in such a way that it leads to the formation of stable intermediate, especially planar stable intermediate, that is carbocation, which is possible in case of tertiary alkyl halides and reaction with the bases or the nucleophiles like OH minuses. Then under that condition, it leads to the formation of stable carbocation as the intermediate. That intermediate is attacked by nucleophile in such a way that attacking can take place either from the top side of the plane or from the bottom side of the plane by keeping two valencies as it is, because one odd will gives the all informations. If nucleophile comes from the front side, this is nucleophile and this is the remaining group. If nucleophile comes from the back side, this is nucleophile and this is the remaining group. Thus, two possibilities are obtained generally in 50-50 percentages. Such kind of things are generally known as racemic mixture because it is optically active, and that a process is said to be what? Racemization process.